Welcome back to Prep Recruiting Insider, PRI here at NOLA Motorsports Park in Avondale. I'm your host and coach for PRI, Rick Gailey, along with the I in PRI, Renee Nato, the insider of all insiders. And we are joined today by two terrific St. James mighty Wildcat athletes, Arron McKenney to your right, a wide receiver, and to your left, Jai Lewis, a defensive back. Gentlemen, thank you for being here today on Prep Recruiting Insider.
Thank you for the opportunity.
Appreciate it.
Arron, I'm going to start with you. Excuse me. You committed to Nicholls State.
Yes, sir.
First commit. Why was that? Why did the light go on for the Colonels that you felt this is the place I need to be?
I mean, because, well, my father, he's very old and he wouldn't be able to travel, far distances. So first I wanted to stay somewhere in Louisiana. Second, when I talked to Coach Rebo and Coach Murphy, they made me feel at home. They made sure that I'd be taking care of the things they were telling me was good. And basically, they had my major in education, a big part of my life. That would help me make that decision.
Jai, you play safety or cornerback.
Yes, sir.
Where do you have a preference and why?
I'd rather play safety because I can roam down and stay in the box and tackle.
Okay, and you use your speed. You're about a 4.5 guy?
Yes, sir.
How does that help you in coverage?
Well, if you get beat, you can have time to recover. If they lob the ball and you can deflect the ball, I'll pick it up.
Okay.
And we're going to do something a little bit different here. Instead of talking about yourself, you're going to talk to your teammate, because y'all practice against each other all the time, a wide receiver and a defensive back, and nobody knows you better than your opponent. Jai, I'm going to let you tell me about Arron first. Tell me what qualities he has both as a receiver and as a teammate.
Oh, as a receiver and catching, he's going to catch the ball. He's a good blocker, too. He's going to give you his best every play, and he's going to lead his team.
And Arron, now you get to talk about Jai a little bit and talk about not only what he's like being a teammate and the qualities that he brings both physically and mentally, but also how competing against him every day has made you better.
Well, as a teammate, Jai is the one that, gets you back up when you're down. He always comes up to you, let you know we still got it. But in practice, he's very physical. Every time I go with him, I make sure I know that I'm gonna get the best out of him, and he gonna give me the best work. And I call him the head hunter because he always comes down making the big hits, getting everybody excited in the game.
Arron, you're about a 3.0, a little higher than that in your grades. Why is grades important, and is that something that's always been instilled in you since you youth?
Yeah. And since I've been growing up, that's been the main thing in our house. All my brothers and my sister, all of them have been at the college level, and all of them have that experience. And when you hear student athlete, you hear student first. And that's the biggest thing in life right now. Yeah.
Jai, you play basketball and you run track. How does it help you with football? How does football help you with that?
Well, you can stay in shape. So around the time football come back around, you'll be all right for conditioning, because if you don't stay in shape, you're going to be real tired come the summertime, because it's real harsh.
Is the skills from one sport translate into another sport?
Yes, sir. It's being an athlete all around. Basketball, you use the same techniques as for football.
Okay.
You got to be an athlete.
Okay, great.
And let's talk about what's going to happen after football, because no matter how good you are, how long you play in the league, you spend most of your life outside of football. It's not a lifetime sport. Arron, you first. When you're finished football, what are you going to be? So what are you going to be when you grow up? So therefore, what are you going to study in college?
Well, after football, I always was told, once you get a job, make sure it's something you love. And sports is something I love. So, I want to further my career in athletic training or physicology as a physical therapist, working as a therapist on a team.
It's always good to work in athletics, because you never grow up. You grow old, but never grow up, right, Renee?
Yeah, I know that.
Yeah, we know that only too well. And John, same thing with you. What are you going to be when you grow up? So what are you going to study when you're in
I
college?
think I want to study either business administration or chemical engineering.
Wow. So that way you can not only design and build stuff, but you can manage the finances as well.
Yes, sir.
Or you could be your own agent when you go to the NFL.
Yeah, that'd be great too.
That's right.
Jai, I'm going to start with you. This particular year in the Superdome, you guys took team pictures with Lutcher. This was a parish championship, wasn't it? Why was that such a special thing as a player in
It was
baseball?
special because that's where most of my family from, that side of the river. So you're going to hear a bunch of trash talk from them and all that, but it's all love at the end.
Arron, same thing. I mean, St. James and Letcher close, competitive on the field, but really close off the field.
Well, once we heard we was playing Letcher in the Dome, the thing that we was happy about was the community coming together as one. Us together in the Dome, no matter what happened, somebody was bringing hardware back to the parish, and that's what had us all excited and happy.
And we're going to start with Jai first on this one. Growing up, we sometimes have a favorite team, or we have a favorite an athlete, perhaps, that we just appreciate the way they play, or to model ourselves after that person. Did you have a favorite team or a favorite player when you were growing up?
Well, not really, but I used to like Michael Vick because he was very athletic and fast.
And what about Michael Vick did you like?
Well, you got to really watch him and stack the box, because if you send him a pass rush, he can get around the defense end and just make big plays.
Yeah, he's a good example. A good example of somebody who bounced back from a difficult circumstance. Arron, any favorite team or favorite player growing up?
Yeah, I'm from Louisiana, so my favorite team, the Saints, no matter what. And well, growing up, I used to like the people that everybody liked, Calvin Johnson's. But once I realized, people started telling me I played like Marcus Colston, and I started watching him. So that's my favorite player.
He's a pretty good example of how to make a career, and quiet in what he does, but prepared all the time. Two great examples of people to be able to follow. That is two great St. James Wildcat athletes. Fellas, take a good look at the camera and give them your happiest face. No game faces allowed here on PRI. That's Arron McKenney and Jai Lewis. Once again, two more great examples of why the Wildcats are really back. THDE, right, fellas? Tradition, honor, discipline, excellence. That's what the St. James program is all about. Thank you for being here today. We're going to be right back after this timeout. We're here at NOLA Motorsports Park in Avondale in the Event Center. We're going to be right back after this timeout. This is PRI.